What's going on YouTube? Daigyo Kusatsu here. Today we're going to be talking about Love of Kill. So, I've only seen the first episode. There's actually 6 episodes out current at the moment of this filming of this video. So, I'm mainly going to start doing this as like a quick impressions of anime that I'm watching, or just anime that I may have watched the first few episodes, because if I wait for a whole review, we really, especially with newer anime or just longer anime, it'll be months or years before I get to that review. So just to like kind of skim the surface of that, I'm gonna start making like impression videos or short reviews or discussions, or I don't even know what I'm gonna name them yet. But if you have any good ideas what to name these kind of videos, definitely leave them in the comments section, because I'd take any idea right now, because I'm still experimenting with this channel. I'm definitely gonna be doing gaming, anime, Lego. Those are the three subjects of this channel that I'm going to be doing, and some like cosplay stuff, maybe convention stuff. When I go to conventions, I'll have coverage and maybe interviews with people. That would be fun to do, but that would be few far in between this year, because we still have a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of stuff gets canceled still, and there's a lot of regulations and all that. But I'm still trying to figure out what I specifically want to do with this. Well, I want to do what I want to do, but so like gaming, anime, conventions, and Lego and whatnot, I'm going to keep doing that. I don't care if it's successful or not, but I would like to have some kind of organization to my channel, at least. At least we know what subjects we're talking about. But today we are going to just do like a quick discussion of Love of Kill. So I watched the first episode of this. I wasn't too sure. I opened up my Crunchyroll account. I was like, I haven't watched. I'm paying for this Crunchyroll subscription, but I haven't used it in probably a few months, And so I opened it up. I saw this new anime, Love of Kill, and I was like, sounds like an interesting name. I mean, I'll give it a watch. There's only 6 episodes, And so I watched the first episode, and I was like, well, when in the beginning of the anime, or the very first episode, we start in like a parking garage. We hear a few gunshots, and we're like, okay. So then we start to see the characters, and I'm kind of looking. The art style kind of reminded me of Psycho-Pass in a way. And I'm like, okay, that's very cool. Because I really did like Psycho-Pass, and it just seemed like I did like the art style. The animation is good in a lot of spots, because it has detail. Like if you're looking throughout the window and you see a bunch of buildings, there was a scene in the episode where they looked out the window and there's a bunch of buildings, and I thought that looked pretty good. Or even when they were looking at the ground, I thought there's plenty of detail on the ground, which was pretty nice. 2 of the characters, Chateau and Ryuhanga, or Ryuhu, or something like that. The female character, the blonde Chateau, wasn't very interesting at first. I don't know if she's going to become quite interesting later on. We don't really know her backstory. There was a very small flashback, but we have no really idea what it's about. So, and that was at the very end of the show. And the pacing is, I'd say it's different. It's different. At least with the very first episode, because we have like the first meet between the two, and then I guess he lets her go, and then there's text messages of him. So I thought there was a flashback, but then they were having a meeting of that's the target. So then I was like, well, maybe that was a flashback. But then I was like, well, so the pacing was kind of weird in the beginning, which was kind of a pain. It could have put me off, but I think after I understood that it was just weird pacing, I was like, okay, I think I understand where it's going. So, and then they kind of go like on a little date, I guess, because he asked her out and he wanted to go out with her for something. We have no idea why. He says he's attracted to her, but we don't know his backstory yet. We don't know what his motives are. We don't know anything. So the 2 characters are still kind of mysterious, which I guess that's understandable. But there's a lot of people say, well, you can't understand a character in the very first episode. I mean, I beg to differ. There's plenty of animes that you could kind of understand at least characteristics of the character in the very first episode. So there's that. That being said, the characters, I really do like the guy because, I don't know, he just comes up as, like, mysterious, but cool, but funny at the same exact time. It's weird. And so I do like Ryu Hu, or I'm saying his name wrong, but he just reminds me of the trolley character. He always has that like smile on his face with his eyes closed. So I'm trying to think like, or not Orochimaru. Or I guess the early Orochimaru had that, but he, who was that from Bleach? I'm watching Bleach right now, so I'm trying to think of Aizen's sidekick guy. I forget what his name is. You know, I'm still watching it, but I forget what his name is, but he always had his eyes closed. And yeah, he just reminds me of that quite a bit. So, well, I just want to make a really quick video of this because, you know, I watched episode 1. I thought it hurt me for a bit, but then it threw me off with the pacing. But then it kind of hooked me again towards the end. So I'm like, because the animation is actually pretty good. I think the soundtrack, well, the background music was actually kind of good as well. So I think that's what, and I forgot to talk, almost forgot to talk about the intro and the outro. I think the intro was really good. But there was a character that was in this that kind of confused me because he's talking, but he has like no mouth. They animated like no mouth on him, which I just thought was weird. And I don't know if that's supposed to be like a gag or something. That just confused the hell out of me. So I just have no idea. You know, I'll probably edit some like video clips into here because I'm just recording now. But yeah, I'm just confused about that. So if anyone knows, I have no idea. And I think his name's like Joe or John or something. I don't know, but it just threw me off. So, and we don't understand what the bounty hunters are because you have the boss as well, her boss, but he doesn't seem like she's under. I don't know. It's still confusing, I guess, but I don't know. After I watch 6 episodes, I might. Now I'll wait till if it's 12 episodes. I'll wait to do like if I watch it, you know, continue to watch it. I'll do like a full review then at least of season 1. So, but that's about it. That's all I have for you. I just wanted to make a really quick video. I'll be streaming in a little bit, you know, probably. Oh shit, it's already 4 fucking o'clock. Fuck. Okay, so I gotta edit this real quick. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Daigyu Kusatsu out.